Redacted 9line with you. Thank you for tuning into this video. And we have another military challenge coin Curiosity video. We have before us a coin from the Travis Rising 6. The Travis is for Travis Air Force Base, which is out in California. It is just southwest of Sacramento, in between Fairfield and Vacaville. I believe it's actually in the town of Fairfield, Solano County, if I am not mistaken. And the Rising 6 is a extracurricular organization that enlisted members can join, but we will get into the organization in just a little bit when we get to the reverse of the coin. The front of the coin, then, as we can see, we have the Travis Rising 6. As we've seen on many of the coins before, we have the what I call filler stars that go around the rim or the perimeter of the verse of the coin, and then here on the bottom half, we have United States Air Force. That outer perimeter is blue with the blue enamel, or I should say it's clear enamel that is probably over just the blue dye. In the center of the coin, then, is the modernized, the new era of the United States Air Force symbol. Personally, the heritage symbol was better, and we will get that right here if we can. But to explain the modern Air Force symbol, there are many different parts to it that are subtle, but they have distinct meanings. The wings are stylized, and you can see that there are 6 different portions, and those are to represent the distinctive capabilities of the Air Force, and we'll get those listed for you. At the bottom, you have the 3, I suppose those are called trapezoids, if I'm not mistaken. But those 3 trapezoids represent the core values of the United States Air Force, which are integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Right in the center is a blue dot, which is supposed to represent a globe, and it's essentially a reminder of that the Air Force is, global air power, and having global vigilance of protecting the nation. And then the outline between the wings, the little core values, and the sphere forms a star. And the star represents the 5 different components that make up the force and the family, which are the active duty, civilians, guard, reserve, and retirees. There are many other explanations to the Air Force symbol, and you can go online if you want to get a more in-depth explanation on it, as well as being able to research that the symbol itself, the space between each of the wings, what colors that you can actually use. There are very specific requirements that the Defense Department, the Secretary of the Air Force, has actually laid out. I believe that the symbol is a trademark symbol, if I'm not mistaken, but I would be curious if this symbol actually is within that regulation on the spacing, the size, and so forth. But it's not my coin, or rather, I did not make this coin. And this was so early on into the new Air Force symbol being publicized and being pushed out that the regulation on the Air Force symbol probably wasn't even published yet at the time. So as we take a look at the edge of the coin, but we see again we have a smooth edge. And then we'll look at the reverse of this challenge coin. So as we can see, at the top half, we have America's First Choice. And America's First Choice is the motto of Travis Air Force Base, again out in California. The establishment of an Army airfield out in the Fairfield area, which is near, again, Fairfield, Vacaville, Suisun City, was first recommended in December 1941, which was shortly after the attack on Pearl Harbor by the Japanese, where representatives from the 4th Air Force and the Army Corps of Engineers investigated the area and approved the site in 1942 to be built and get a couple runways. That way, America was had a staging base on the West Coast, close to Hawaii and the Pacific Theater. So, America's First Choice is, since the World War, of being involved in essentially every major conflict since then. The date at the bottom of 1 June 2000 is to commemorate when the Rising 6 organization was founded at Travis Air Force Base. In the background then, so we see the large number 6, the word rising. Underneath the word rising, it says future leaders planning for tomorrow. Travis Air Force Base, and circling the Rising 6 logo, if you will, are the 6 ranks that would comprise the Rising 6. So you have Airman Basic, Airman, Airman First Class, Senior Airman, Staff Sergeant, and Technical Sergeant. What I find I don't know if the word is strange, but again, just having attention to detail and why you would stray from what was being done for the design aspect is you have the stripes of the 5 ranks for E2 through E6. But Airman Basic does not have a stripe. If you see an Airman Basic in uniform, they're known as a slick sleeve because there's no rank on their sleeve. They have no stripes to show. So apparently, instead of just leaving this blank, as it should have been, to signify a slick sleeve, that you are just an E1, they probably said, we don't want them to feel left out, or we need to fill in this space. Let's go ahead and just write Airman Basic out. I wouldn't have done that if I designed the coin, but it wasn't my call. Moving along with this coin then, so we do see here that that enamel, it's not epoxy, it is an enamel, is around on the perimeter of this coin as well. We'll go ahead and check the diameter of this coin. So we have 1.57 inches. So we'll call this an 1.5 inch coin, which is on the average side. As I've mentioned before, challenge coins can come in between 1.5 inches to 2 inches. Typically, this looks to be comprised of a nickel finish, and the weight of this coin that we have from the Travis Air Force Base Rising 6 is 1.05 ounces, so we'll call that 1 ounce. We have a 1 ounce coin. So it is on the low weight end, smaller coin, but overall, it is a beautiful looking coin. I like the silver, or that brushed nickel, if you will. Look, the blue is good, right? Air Force blue. There's not too many imperfections on it. There is some, we'll call that, perhaps warping. A little bit of dye imperfection there, right in the center, above the wings on the logo. There's not really any dents. Some scratches on the edge, which is typical, as it's normally kept in a wallet or a pocket. But the back, with as much information is there, and getting all the individual stripes that you can count and see, as I let that focus again, there's a lot of detail on this coin, but it does look clean. It looks good, and it was a good way to commemorate the foundation, or the founding, of the Rising 6 at Travis Air Force Base. With the details that we have here, I would put this coin in between $35 to $45. Yes, it's on the smaller size, but again, it's a beautiful, clean coin. It did commemorate the founding of the Rising 6. Great to have on any desk or coin rack that you may have. I've been Redacted 9 Line. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you would like to, thank you for watching this video, and we will be back with more curiosity on future coins on this channel. Thank you for tuning in. Take care.